My name is Joey Walker. I'm from a small town called Tamarack, Florida. It's in Broward, and I'm an A&R, but I run Daily Chiefers mostly, so I have a good, basis of like music shit, but I'm really about this Daily Chiefer shit, and that's pretty much my life. Everything's posting and finding the new and best next thing, and just staying around the internet. I became a fan of music like early, like Sum 41, like just like alternative stuff. But I was still into hip hop. Like my cousin was really into hip hop, and he got me into like Wu-Tang and stuff really early. I started realizing I was really into music probably like around then, but like really into music, I'd probably say like when Wiz Khalifa and Currency came out. Before then, I feel like music was really like behind the scenes. No one could see like what was going on. So like I never wanted to be like a rapper, but I wanted to be involved with it. So like seeing people like Will from Taylor Gang, like, rocking with like Wiz and all these people, I was like, all right, I can do something. And it's like, I don't have to be a rapper, but I can be like behind the scenes. So like, that's kind of where I was like, all right, I want to do music shit, but I didn't really know how to get into it. So I just started like having my own blog. I had a blog spot called like The Thoughts of an Average Joey. Like, I was like, fuck it, I'll just write sports and music all day. And then that kind of got boring because like there was no traffic. Like I'd put like articles out and I put them out on Facebook and stuff, and they'd get like 2 people on it. And I was like, damn, I'll spend like 3-4 hours on this for 2 people. But at that time, I didn't know like putting in work, what that meant. The first couple steps of a 5,000-mile walk seems like very, very long. If it's really something that you're passionate about, like you'll put in every single thing. Like before I was over here working with a label, like, and having side work like that, like I was really involved with just like Chiefers full on, and I didn't have money, so I was working full time. And then right after work, I'd go ahead and just work till like 2-3 in the morning. I was listening to a podcast by It's The Real, and they kind of explained what an A&R was through this guy named Sycamore. And a lot of the stuff that they were saying on the podcast wasn't like fitting with me, but some of them were. Some of the characteristics of finding new talent and trying to put them in good places was a lot of what I was doing with Chiefers. So I was like, maybe this is something I can go into, because I really was kind of getting out of like the blogging, although I still love blogging, but I was like kind of I wanted to find another outlet to like kind of do things creatively. Like after I figured out like what the gist of being an A&R was, I was like, okay, this is my next thing. My transition started from blogger to A&R with Sycamore. I reached out to him on Twitter one day and I was like, hey, I graduated. I don't really have any, aspirations in anything other than music. If you have anything, I would love to work for free. I don't care about money. I just want an opportunity. And I waited like 4 months. He responded, and then he was like, all right, I'm gonna be in Miami this certain date. Let's, meet up. We got breakfast, and then he kind of wanted me to help him out with like this little thing called a draft board. And for like a year, I kind of just started updating his draft board, sending him emails every few weeks and getting on the phone every few weeks. And then pretty much that was what led to, like him getting me a position. He kind of like believed in me before I believed in myself. Most people, I feel like, were kind of just like believing me on the blog level. He saw it a little bit bigger. A lot of people kind of like, oh, you're a blogger. Not a lot of bloggers really are, A&Rs. I mean, I think it might be in the future, but a lot of people just think, oh, it's a blogger. They're not really knowing anything. But he kind of saw me as a tastemaker and kind of like thought, oh, you could be better than this or bigger than this. So, shout out to him for real, for like believing in people. Honestly, what I look for in an artist that's coming up, or that I'm like trying to figure out, is like, I'd probably say like, just making sure that they're different than the other people. Because I think people that are different, it's easier for them to, find their own lane or niche, than people that sound the same. People that sound the same really gotta do a lot more to overcome the hurdles of someone that's doing something different. I think a lot of people pick up their fucking sticks and drop them really early. They just don't understand that there's a learning curve, and there's like a lot of shit you gotta learn through the whole process. Like you have to go through the whole process, but a lot of people are hoping and wishing instead of working, you know what I mean? And they gotta understand it's a long haul. If you're gonna be an artist, expect 5 or 6 years until you really become an overnight success. So it's like, if you really love it, it's not gonna be a big deal. You wanna do it forever, you know what I mean? Because a lot of these kids are just popping up really early, and they're really been working for a while. I'm just trying to become the best A&R that there is, and trying to become the best blogger, and trying to make Daily Cheaper as big as it could possibly be. I think the music stuff and the business stuff all comes with growth of character, so I'm just trying to become a better person. I think all that other stuff comes like after.